Good chilly Saturday morning. I wanted to hop on here and let's talk about mullein. So this is a small plant that has started to grow, um, and I know everybody's probably dealing with, mucus issues, throat issues, um, congestion, irritation. Mullein is one of the best plants that you can use for these problems. It can soothe, dry and inflamed mucus tissues. It helps the body to expel extra mucus, especially if it has settled in your throat or in your lungs. It can help your body to expel that. Um, it can also be used for middle ear infections if you make a oil out of the flower. Um, it's really easy to identify. It has really smooth leaves. They'll grow tall into a stalk. And so they're one of the oldest plants that have been used medicinally. Um, so I've actually got a tea mix that I make, that I use, that our family uses. It has the dry mullein leaf, cherry bark, and ginger root. Um, and it really helps a lot when we have throat irritations, um, dry throat, uh, and it soothes those membranes. You can also make a throat syrup out of the mullein, the cherry bark, the ginger root, um, and with, of course, raw local honey. Uh, and so you would simply get the herbs, mix the herbs in a quart of water on the stove in a pot. You'd heat it on to a low simmer, and you would allow the water to decrease or about half of what you used. You'd remove it from the heat and strain out the herbs. You then would return it to the pot, and you would put it on low heat and add that honey in, just enough to get that honey mixed in. Remember, you don't want to overheat it, because if you overheat it, all those great medicinal components of the honey will deteriorate. So you would add the honey in, mix it up, and you can even add brandy to it to use as like a preservative. And you would take about 1 to 2 teaspoons every hour as needed for the throat irritation. That's a really simple, easy cough syrup, or throat syrup that you can use and have on hand for this winter. I highly recommend that. This is one of the herbs that you have on hand. It's usually pretty easy to find. Also, if you're looking to, have it in your garden, or in an area that you can access, mullein does not easily adjust to transplanting. So if you do find a stalk with seeds, I recommend that you take the stalk and seeds and you plant them. Now is the best time to go ahead and plant those seeds. Or you can save them up, and I believe they probably need to be cold stratified in the fridge before they will grow. But this is definitely a plant that I recommend that you have in your apothecary, or that you grow in your garden.